host, Mr. Dominus, and we are here with another episode of Frequency. And today we have the original Butch Queen, David. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Original Butch Queen.
Tell the people your credentials. Let them know who you are.
Sure. So my name is David Brandyn. I am a sex educator, a content creator. I have been creating or doing sex education for around 20 years, and started content creating professionally maybe 3 years ago. So we on a journey. I love talking about sex.
Absolutely.
All the aspects of it, the ins and the outs, pun intended. And I'm excited to share that with y'all today.
So I'm gonna let y'all know something. We had to talk about this the other day when he informed me that he was coming. You are definitely the reason why I felt confident enough to do what I'm doing. So I really appreciate you for your contribution to this world. I remember watching all of your short-term content with on Instagram and the videos and making people twirl around and asking people questions. And then I love how you stay so unbiased. You're very informed on your videos, but you don't you give the facts. Mm-hmm. And I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think one of the videos, it was if Tyrone gets X amount of loads and then he gets
load math.
The load math. That was one of my favorite videos.
Yes.
And the comments were wild.
Wild.
That was really good reel that you did. I really
Imagine you had that math in school. We would have all been mathematicians.
Bitch, they would have
statistics,
burned the school down.
Calculus, trigonometry. Put some sperm in there and we get it. We gotta meet people where they at.
That reminds me of the dick math. So when I saw that video, I did the dick math for how many miles are on your dick.
Yes, I did see this. Yes.
So I was like, we need more gay math equations so people can figure out what the hell they're fucking doing out here in these streets.
Get these gays thinking.
Okay.
They think about dick anyway. You might as well throw some numbers in there.
All gays should be good at math. That should be hands down the one subject you were good at. Okay, Y'all been dealing with inches since birth.
Been dealing with inches since birth.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. So the beginning of our episode, we always love to get into what we've been doing for the week. The reason why we do this is to kind of normalize the ability to talk about sex. And so we always like to ask, who you been doing, who you been screwing, who you been fucking, who you been touching?
Oh, you know what? I had planned to say something else, but this is actually better for me to say. So who have I been doing? My husband. Mm-hmm. Right? So my husband. Okay. So I'm a slut. My husband's a slut. We love getting out there doing all the things, right? Mm-hmm. And especially we love dark rooms and group sex and sex parties, right? Absolutely. That's kind of our thing. So when we're having sex with each other one-on-one, sometimes we want to spice it up and add some extra elements to it. Okay. So this is something we used to do a long time ago. We haven't done it in a while, but my husband surprised me. He sends me a text with a sex party flyer. Oh, okay. On it are 3 nudes of him, right? All the sexual things he wants to do, the date, and the time. It's an invite for a one-on-one sex party with him.
Oh,
right?
I like this.
It's so cute.
Did he make it in Canva?
He did make it in Canva. Yes. First of all, so we used to do this almost weekly. We would send each other these sex party invites with our nudes on it. So my Canva is just full of nudes. I cannot open my Canva at work because it's giving dick and ass and all in between.
All of the thumbnails I make for my Instagram are made on Canva. They are. I definitely Canva be clocking at $30 on my account every month, but it's so worth it.
They need to collab with OnlyFans and make something happen. The sexy girls are using you, Canva. Hey, Canva. Get on it. Hey, Canva.
If you were to look in on our uploads for Canva, it's just fucking dick and sex and all types of things, and all the thumbnails for the YouTube are made on Canva. Yep. Mine is very erotic. Me recently. So, did I talk about the orgy last week? I don't remember if I did. Ooh. I don't think I did. So, my partner. So when I'm focusing on not saying this episode because I have been realizing I say a lot. My partner who passed away in 2022. I did talk about the orgy. Okay. But we met this couple afterwards, and then I remember. What did I do after that? The couple was really nice. I've been talking to them and messaging them, and hopefully we can set something up with them. But honestly, lately, I think the recent thing that I've done other than the orgy was the hetero. I hosted the oral sex party. Yes.
The side party.
That was really, really good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching the people have fun. I didn't really do too much there. You know what's crazy? Every time I go to like a sex party, I go to one of those things.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have like, they see me in the flyer, so they all want to like blow me.
Yes.
But like, I'm such a facilitator of it because I just want to make sure everyone's having fun.
Yes.
And like, I don't usually play at them because I'm just like, as the host, I'm like, I want to make sure everyone is safe.
Oh, but you know what would be most fun for them? To suck your dick. That's what they want. They came for you. I had to learn this because I was the same. I'm hosting parties. I'm like on the flyer. People literally come for you. Literally come for you.
100%.
Yeah.
Like I had most people come to the door and they're like, when do we get to blow you?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm hosting girl. I'm at the door. And I play it so coy. But I always want to play, but then by the time I'm able to play, everybody's nutted. Dicks are limp because the party lasts for like almost 3.5-4 hours.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm more open to playing when the night is dying down.
Copy. Okay.
And so because I stand at the door, I make sure I greet every single person that comes to the party. Yeah. We scan their tickets. I tell them the consent rules. I'm the one who runs the little competition at the end of it. And by the end of the night, you know, I be looking, you know, I be like, so who's around? And it's never enough. You know, one of these days I'm going to host one of those parties and I'm going to do more.
You know what I think you should do? I think you should do everything you're already doing, right? And then for the folks that tell you they want to blow you, you tell them right at the door as you hand them the tickets, I'll be in the dark room at 11:15. I'll be there from 11:15 to 11:30. I'll be standing in this spot. There might be a line. There'll probably be a line. You know, however, if you want to blow me, that's where I'll be. You got 15 minutes, baby.
So you know, this is not going to post before our next one because the next one is on February 26th. It's a Thursday. But that one's going to be at a local bar here in town. But that one is a lot better. So I remember we talked about this, about the hookup culture in Baltimore versus DC. Like DC, the girls love sucking dick out here.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Dick suckers,
and
DC.
They love it. They love sucking. They love fucking. They love going to that local gay gym. I'm not going to say their name, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, which one? You got something
I'll
later.
tell you afterwards.
Please.
Definitely. I will.
Love a
There's a local gym in town that the girls on U Street, that the girls they love to go to.
Okay.
And they love fucking and sucking at this gym.
Yeah.
But I remember hosting the first. Yes, Daddy Ash. Yes, Daddy Paul. I'm going to cut that out. We hosted the party at the local bar. I can't say their name because of copyright issues.
Sure.
Because they don't want us to. But we hosted the party there. And when I tell you, it was glorious. Like I tell people, did you watch Sausage Party?
Yes.
Do you remember the end scene of Sausage Party?
I don't. I know of. I know the concept.
It's literally a food orgy.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. They're like excited. Everyone's
fucking.
Everyone's fucking. Yeah.
The hot dog buns are sliding in the hot dogs sliding in the buns.
What a genius animation!
They were like sucking out the grape juice from the bottom of the pouch. Like that is literally what the bar looked like.
Whoa.
So I remember we walked in the bar. So when we went to the bar that day, they were like, "Hey, everyone needs to keep their underwear on because you know." Somebody snitched on us and reported us to whatever agency they report to. And so we weren't breaking any rules. We were still in the bar. Everyone's doing what they're supposed to do. But there's like, just in case they have a check, I need everyone to be able to pull up their drawers real quick. So I told everyone, I said, this is the thing. Gays are like cattle, okay? I'm going to tell y'all. Gays are like cattle because you guys have to be shown where to fuck. And it's like if you open up a dark room, a lot of people don't want to fuck in the light. They will go to the darkest room of any play space to go do everything. And I'm just like, if people don't learn anything from this podcast, learn to sexually liberate yourself. That if you're in a place where it's allowed, do it anywhere.
Anywhere.
I don't want to go in the corner and get my...
Can I say something like that? Because that is a pet peeve of mine. If I'm at a motherfucking sex party in the dark room and you come over to me and we're about to fuck and you say, can we go to the corner? No! The corner? Look at me! We're fucking in the middle! Are you insane? Because I'm fucking you so everyone can watch me and then want me to fuck them too.
Absolutely.
This is not all about you.
Absolutely.
You're the first fuck. I'm putting on a show. I'm performing.
tell
I
the
can't perform in the
people,
corner.
y'all gotta stop this
Get that shit together.
Okay, I'm so tired
Yeah,
and I get dark rooms. Like if it's in a dark room, but like if you're in a orgy place where sex is allowed,
yes,
I do not want to go do that shit in the
no.
dark. It's like part of, I feel like there's this like mindset of like people are not able to liberate themselves from like their closeted years. It's like we're out, but I don't want to be too out.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna be out.
Yeah.
Like
Go all the way.
As long as I am not risking a what's the sexual nudity or what is it? Public
yeah, like a law or
public indecency. As long as I'm not risking public indecency,
right.
I'm going to fuck in the open.
Yes.
Okay, I've worked hard.
You have worked hard.
Okay, you gonna see, like he said, lights on, bitch.
Lights on.
Okay, I'm
Lights
not
on.
turning the lights off. But I will say, DC is very good about that.
Okay.
When they host the parties here in DC, the girls definitely shine in the lights.
Okay.
Like I have been to parties in Atlanta where it's kind of just like it's a lot of DL girls.
Same.
Baltimore got a lot of DL girls.
Yeah. LA, same thing.
You
find it dark.
But something about Washington, it's like, I guess maybe the political oppression.
it's the politics.
Maybe it's the political oppression.
You're like, we gotta be free somehow. Somebody gonna let me free in this damn city.
It's like when every orgy I've been to in DC, people just don't give a fuck. They will fuck on the dining room table if you let them. So DC, I definitely give you a hand of applause.
Good job,
but that night was probably one of the best like oral play places I'd ever been to.
Okay.
And I just remember I was like a little proud daddy. I was just watching everybody. Like one dude was getting his drink ordered at the bar while getting his dick sucked.
As he should.
I was like, absolutely.
As he should. There's an opportunity. Your dick is right there. There's another mouth. Let's go.
Do it.
What are we waiting for?
So that night, they end up calling us and like, hey. So the manager of the bar came through and he's like, this is how sexually liberated that night was. And we're going to talk about this in our episode. That night was so sexually liberal to the point where the manager came out. He's like, there's too many people having sex everywhere. So I closed the dark room.
Okay.
Because the dark room was maybe like the size of that little. The dark room in dimensions to give you guys, it's maybe like 10 by 15 feet.
Okay.
It's not a big room.
It's not big, yeah.
And so I closed it off because I'm like, if I open the dark room, everyone's going to go in here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so we closed the dark room and then everyone was just fucking all over the bar. And the manager was like, yeah, open the dark room. There's too much.
Now we're out in the open. Now we need some discretion.
If the people come, this is gonna, and this is why I say gays are like cattle. As soon as that dark room opened, they all
drive on in.
All went in the dark room.
Drive on in.
And I'm just like, y'all have all this room to do whatever you want, and you would rather restrict yourselves to this tight space where you can't move.
To the dark. To the dark.
You know what? I can't do it. It is what it is. But in hindsight, this is a new question I wanted to ask people. Have you tried any new sex toys lately?
You know what?
Or tell me your go-to sex toy.
I'm not a sex toy person. Really? I know. I feel like I should be, and I have experienced a lot of them, but like sex toys don't really do it for me.
Ooh, okay.
Even me do it, like my husband loves sex toys, right? Okay. I will fuck him with a dildo. I enjoy that for his pleasure. It doesn't bring me that much pleasure to do that. Your
husband, he flags pink. Pink is for dildo flags.
Yes. Yeah. He would flag pink. He flags a lot. He flags way more than me.
Oh, we love a pink hanky.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He flags pink, yellow.
So what's his favorite toy other than the dildo? Is it the dildo? Is there a certain dildo?
There is a specific dildo.
Does he name his dildos? Because I know a lot of people do.
You know what? I don't think so, but I think I need him to as soon as I leave here. I'm gonna ask him, what's the name of that dildo? And it better be David. Hi, baby. Is it David? It is. Okay, great. Yeah, I would hope that it is. No, it could be whatever. We're open. It's fine. His favorite would be this. It's this big black dildo that he uses to clean out right first, and then like we'll fuck around, and then I usually end up like finishing on him with that dildo.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of his favorites. Yeah.
I had an ex of mine, which this should have been the red flag because we definitely ended up breaking up because of his racism, but he had a dildo. So he had a fisting dildo.
Okay.
And it was this giant, like, the dildo was this big around.
Yeah.
So y'all can see. It was like this big around.
That's a fist,
and he called the dildo Tyrone.
Okay.
First sign, right? He was a white man.
Although no shade. You know what's really funny, not to cut your story off, but Tyrone is a white name. Right? Darren's a white. It's a British name.
With fucking Erica Badu to be black.
Yes. Anyway, go ahead.
But he had this gaping fucking dildo. And I was like, where did you get this from? And he's like, I don't like showing this to people because, people think that I'm a size queen. I said, I have no problem with the size of the dildo. I'm just like, where the fuck did you buy this from?
That was my question.
Was my curiosity. I said, I didn't even know they sold dildos that big. But then that's when he opened me up. He names every single one of his dildos. They all have a name.
They all had a name. Okay.
And I was like, shit, I have one dildo. I don't have a name, but it's called Old Faithful.
Okay.
It is called Old Faithful.
She sounds like she work every time.
Because she does a great job. She gets the job done. She's consistent.
Yes.
She never goes limp.
Yes, I love her.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
But Fort Trough, we love Fort Trough.
Okay.
If you ever want to sponsor, love y'all. Fort Trough has some really great sex toys. Do you like slings?
Yes, I do like slings.
Do you have a sling?
I don't have one, but I often play in one.
So if you ever get a sling, Fort Trough has this this aluminum sling. It's lightweight, but it's sturdy, and it comes with like these these springs. So it's like you don't have to hear like the metal. It's my friend. One of my line brothers has one, and it's amazing. I got in the sling, and just to sit in it, I could almost take a nap. It was comfortable.
It was just comfortable. You just laid out.
Have you guys ever taken? In the comments, if you've ever taken a nap in a sling, let me know because I have. I've definitely taken a nap in a sling. Some of them are.
I mean, it's like a hammock.
They're comfortable.
It's a hammock.
It's really great.
Yeah.
But Fort Trough had a sale on toys today. I'm gonna show you what I got.
Oh, please, yeah. What'd you get?
Okay.
Teach me about toys. Get me into toys.
So I got.
Let me see these.
That's the screenshots, but you can zoom in on them. I think one is
Power Shift 300.
It's like this, super ultra vibrating.
Whoa, it looks like it's like
it does a lot. Okay, and Fort Trough is great because they give you video demos of each toy. I bought these. Do you do poppers?
Yes, I was like, what is this Pixnout? This looks like it's for poppers. Okay,
that is really great.
Okay,
so you know how you have to do one nose at a time. It's a nostril thing, so you put both of them in your nose. Okay, and there's a button on the nostril you press, and you just inhale.
I had one of these, but it was poorly made. This looks great. This looks very different.
And it's $9 right now.
And I'm gagging it's $9. Yeah.
It is $9. Okay.
I will absolutely order that.
What's the next thing on it? What did I get?
Steel Down Under. Is this a cock ring?
Yes. So.
But it's like shaped.
It's shaped. So a lot of cock rings are circular based, and they go to the point where they kind of cut off circulation.
Yeah.
Some of them are kind of meant to do to keep the blood in your penis. But you have some cock rings that go to the shape of your penis. So they goes to so you have the two veins on top and then one vein. So the cock ring follows the anatomy of the penis.
Okay.
So it's comfortable to wear all day.
Wow.
I got one of those, and then I got the biggest butt plug they had in there because I am training to be a fisting bottom.
All right. Good for you. Congratulations.
I'm really looking forward to doing it. Are you a fister?
I am not a fister.
Okay.
I'm not a fister.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I met I have a new daddy, and I am looking forward to going through that journey with him. So I've been buying toys because that nigga's hands are big as fuck. Okay.
Yeah, we got to get ready. Yes. You got to prepare for daddy.
They are gigantic. And then I bought this, it's called a grunt pit. It is an inflatable pool for water sports and fisting.
Whoa.
It was $30.
This sale is actually insane. They actually need to charge more prices. Okay. This is so good. This looks really cool.
Also,
I would love to get this too.
The only thing really I don't have yet is silicone sheets. I do need some.
Okay, yeah.
I don't
that
have any
lube
play
will
sheets.
fuck your shit up. Yeah.
Girl.
And all the other fluids. So silicone sheets are great. Now that butt plug, those dilators what are those made of?
One was silicone based. The vibrating one was silicone based, and then the other one has a silicone handle, but the part that is inserted is metal.
It's metal. Okay,
but it's on a spring, so it flips and flops.
Oh, whoa! So you can jiggle around and
jiggle it around. But the actual metal part, the diameter of it is 2.5 inches.
Okay,
and it weighs 2.5 pounds.
Whoa.
It's heavy.
So it is in you.
Yes.
You ain't gonna forget that it's in your butthole.
No, ma'am.
You ain't gonna forget that. Wow. Okay. I've never tried metal dilators. I've tried glass. I really like glass.
So the ones you've gotten, like, do you have to buy them from like reputable places? Because I'm always afraid of that. That is an ER trip. If
You know what? That's valid. I only bought them once, and I bought them from a sex store, and they were like $80. So I was like, okay, this
sound
seems
feels like it's legit. Yes.
This seems legit. Like I think you're right. Like maybe don't buy that $10 glass
That's
dilator.
at the fucking gas station.
At the gas station.
Some of them, and I was like, fuck no.
No, that thing is gonna break in your butt.
That is an automatic ER trip.
Yeah.
You are not getting out of that.
No. But I do like the glass. You can kind of heat them up a little bit.
Oh, how are you heating them?
I just put it near the heater.
Okay.
Like my little space heater, I just put it near there. Not too much because you will burn your butthole off, but you heat it up a little bit. They slide in so easily because they're glass. Yes. But I wonder I imagine metal might be very similar.
The only thing with metal though is because it's a conductor, so it's going to match whatever the surrounding is. So the video did say heat them. It did say
because I imagine if it's
not,
cold, it's cold.
And you put anything cold in your butthole, it's going.
Yeah, that's not good for fucking.
It's not at all.
We're trying to expand, not contract.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to try a glass dildo.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I need to try this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. But yes, that's all I had. So that's all you've been doing lately?
That wasn't the most exciting thing, but like, yeah, like I've been fucking around with my husband. Before that, what did we do before that? Before that, I had Chemsex.
Chemsex. Oh,
yeah,
that's what our topic
we're gonna
is
talk
today.
about that today.
Absolutely. I wanted to let you know I am not well versed in that, so you are going to lead that conversation.
Sure.
And I probably have a lot of questions.
I welcome them all.
We're teaching the people today. So our topic today, talking about dark rooms and chemsex. It's going to be I'm looking forward to this conversation. I am. All right, so we're going to do our little icebreaker.
Okay.
So we are asking people things that you want people to know. Like, so I'm going to give you a list of gay identifiers.
Copy.
And you are going to tell me something that these people, a message you want for them. All right. So starting off with the good old bottoms. What is a message you have for bottoms?
Easy. Bottoms, eat. You need nourishment. You need nutrients. You need food in your stomach. I get it. You're starving yourself for 8 hours just to get 8 minutes of dick, but we're not doing that anymore, okay? You gotta eat. Now, are some foods better than others? Yes, right? Your high water foods, your high fiber foods, that's good. Your greasy, your dairy, your fatty foods, that's not as good. However, you still gotta eat, and I don't think we should restrict our diets for our sexual positions all the time. And there's tricks to it. If you douche before you eat, or douche before, like say you're about to have dinner, right?
Okay.
You're about to go out to dinner with some man, whatever, and you're gonna fuck right after. Just douche before dinner. Douche before dinner. It's not, your butthole's not gonna fill up with shit in the next 4 hours. Like, it'll be fine, it'll be clean. So douche before dinner, make sure you eat so you don't pass out on that dick. I'm tired of it.
So, MAL was a couple weeks ago, and I remember I heard somebody say, I'm going to eat a M&M, a glass, and a peanut for the entire weekend. And I was like...
That's so unfortunate. That's so sad.
I am 240 pounds, okay? I am extremely versatile. I love fucking as much as I like getting fucked.
Yeah.
I'm finna eat.
Yeah.
And I had there's this retired pediatrician that I used to fuck in San Diego. Beautiful man. Great sexual chemistry. And I was one of those bottoms. I'm not gonna hold you, I was one of those bottoms that was starving himself for the entire day. Yeah. And it wasn't until this man he showed me this diagram of what your intestines and your anus looks like.
Okay.
And he's like, because I remember I went to his house. Some of y'all just need to be learnt on some things. And that's okay. It's okay if you don't know. Because I was at his house and I was cleaning out, and he's like, "Why is it taking you so long?" And I was just like, I'm trying to be, you're not gonna go in these streets and tell them that I was messy. That's not gonna happen, okay? Even though I live on the East Coast and you're on the West,
right?
And he's like, "Let me show you this thing," and then he gives me this fucking educational lesson on how your body works, and I was just like, oh, and then he was like, and if anything happens, he's like, I'm not stressing about it. Like,
that's the other thing. It's just little shit.
Okay.
It's fine.
And he's like, if it is, you go shower and, it is what it is. And we keep going. And so I remember I tested it out. When it really clicked for me, about the whole eating thing was when I started bodybuilding. And I started eating regimented food, and I was very consistent with my diet.
Yeah.
I could fuck at an instant.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the things that I like. How you eat as a bottom is so important because a lot of times y'all want to go to brunch, y'all want to eat McDonald's on the way home, and you know, if you don't have a regulated dietary system, sometimes it can be a little iffy. But the actual art of cleaning out should not take you that long. You are that is very correct. Yeah. But a healthier diet does make the clean out easier. 100%.
Yes.
But it started to click for me once I started being consistent with my diet. Oh, I could fuck so easily.
Yeah.
I could. My husband would roll me over in the morning and give dick.
Yes. And I think that is knowing your body.
Yes.
I think people confuse, like, I know my body. Do you? Because like if you're not a consistent eater, then you might know your body, but you don't know what your body's about to do tonight. Because you're not consistent. You had a pizza that you have never had before. Who knows what that's gonna do?
Absolutely.
Right? You had this bodybuilding regimen. Now you know what's going on, right? So that's knowing your body.
So I'm gonna give y'all a tip. And it may not be wrong, and if it's wrong, y'all can tell me in the comments. So the whole thing about knowing your body, because he's looking at me like, "What you gonna say?"
I'm waiting for it.
Okay. Everyone. I don't. How long does food take to digest?
I don't know.
Okay, I've heard anything from like 7 to 8 hours.
Yeah.
I've heard things from say 12 to 14 hours.
Yeah.
So your body does not break down corn.
So so
what I did one day was I kept a regulated diet, and then I ate corn, and then I timed myself to see how long my body took to digest that corn, so I could realize how long my body took to digest things.
Oh my God.
Okay, you like it?
I want to cry. That is so good.
Right? And because a lot of people are just like, oh, your body takes so long. And I'm just like, well, your body might, because as a bodybuilder, I eat more meals and my metabolism is faster than most people's.
Yeah.
And so some people who have a slower metabolism, I ate a consistent diet for a week, got my body, and then I added corn to one of those meals to see how long it took my body to break. So I knew, okay, I ate this meal here. I know I can fuck by this time. By X amount of hours, it might be time to,
you have
maybe
to
not.
patent this idea.
What you got, Daddy?
Immediately.
You right. I ain't got nothing.
You need to put this out there that you said it.
Okay.
Because if you don't, I will say that I said it.
But I thought it was a great way to figure out how your body works.
It's genius.
Pick a food item that your body doesn't break down, so when you shit,
and
you
let's
see it.
Oh, there it goes.
And then you know, okay, I have X amount of hours before I have to clean out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a genius right here.
Okay.
This is so smart. This is so smart. I'm blown away, and I can't wait to try this. Thank you. What a great trick.
Okay, last one. Give me a message for your versatile people.
Ooh, versatile people. Dear versatile people, not everybody wants to be you. I know it sounds great. And I think if the whole world was verse, it would be great. But it's not. Not everybody wants to bottom. Not everybody wants to top. Not everyone wants to flip flop. They don't. And that's okay. And I know I'm probably sitting in this room with verse people.
You are.
I know I am. And I love that for y'all. But like we cannot, the verse agenda must end. It's not fair.
Do you think that there are people?
Yes.
Do you think that there are verse people who are pushing their verse agenda on others?
I've never, honestly, I don't think I've ever met a man that did not also want to fuck me. Actually, no, that's so not true. What am I talking about? But no, I do. I find that verse folks want you to experience the joy that they are experiencing. And I get that because y'all are having a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I don't think everyone is meant to bottom, and I don't think everyone is meant to top. I think some people are physically incapable of enjoying bottom pleasure because of their inner workings of their butthole.
100%.
And I think some people don't have a connection to their dick at all and don't want to top. And we need to let those people do what they want to do.
The guy I'm dating, he's a full top.
Yeah.
Full top.
Yeah.
And then we were having a conversation the other day, and I was like, can I eat your ass? And he was just like, it's not going to do nothing for me. I said, it's going to do something for me.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm a full top. And I was just like, given the opportunity, I would fuck you. And I get what you're saying. It's like, I do understand that a lot of birth people talk about how great it is, and how awesome that they want to do. Great. But I think if as a verse, because I definitely push the agenda. I'm not gonna lie to you. So he's speaking to me. Yeah, I definitely because I be telling people it's so great. But you are correct. Everyone can't do it. So this is what I will say. I don't feel like I push it on people, but I feel like a lot of people have a disconnect due to personal trauma.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
And I think there's a you have to understand the difference. So like my husband, right? We like in the inner beginnings of our relationship, he did not want to bottom because his ideology of being a bottom was that you the bitch.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
there's a lot of that.
You're the one getting fucked and you're the lesser person.
You're lesser than,
And I'm just like, not at all. Yeah. Like you can, and the craziest thing is he enjoys bottoming. He just doesn't want to do it because of that mindset that
so
he was
many
taught.
people feel that
and
way.
A lot of people do take that into their sexual lives and they hold on to like this negativity of not allowing themselves to be sexually free. Yeah. What I do respect is the people who have tried it and they're just like, I don't like it.
Yes.
Then in those cases, I'm not gonna push it on you.
It is a little weird to me when a guy's been like, I've never bottomed. I'm like, what? Like to me, then I have questions. Like, okay, so what's going on for you that you have never even tried? Because I can understand trying it once, twice, and not liking it and never trying again. I can get that. Yeah. But like never tried. There's too many men out here that somebody wanted to fuck you at one point. Like, what's going on? What happened in your past? How are you feeling about bottoms?
Somebody tried. You just said no.
Or that too.
And you have to do it 3 times. Because the first time is never going to feel good.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It is not going to feel good. It's going to feel uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. The second time you'll be like, okay, I don't know. I know I'm accustomed to this feeling. Mm-hmm. I still don't know if I like it. Yep. The third time you can be like, okay, got it.
I made a decision.
This is or isn't for me.
Because for me, like, I've been at top for quite some time. I'm on a new top verse journey.
Okay.
But I still don't. It looks so good.
Yeah. Yes.
It looks.
I love them
so
shots on Twitter from the bottom under when the top is going in. It's
oh my God.
Yes.
But it does not feel
what it looks
like the experience that I'm seeing when I'm over top.
That's how I be feeling.
It does not feel like that. And so some people, and I agree with you with it comes down to, like, it's your anatomy. Some people,
I think it's anatomy.
They can do it like, and they have such good control of everything. They feel everything. Yeah. And it's wonderful. Yeah. But no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, just to piggyback on that, like, looking at bottoms, when I watch a bottom get fucked, even by me, I'm like, wow, you love this.
That must feel great.
Yes. Like, this feels great for you. I don't feel what you're feeling. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do not feel that. I cannot feel that. And honestly, for me, like, I'm tired of trying to feel that. When I feel that with so many other things, let me just focus over here and let the bottoms bottom. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because a whole bunch of bottoms don't want to ever top, right? So I'm here. I can do that. You know, so
you know, we're gonna get into our episode. But one of the things the reason why I wanted to become a fisting bottom was because of the event that Daddy Baldwin and I went to, the one at the Crucible. And if you're ever back in DC, the Crucible is a great place to visit. It's a gay sex house. Okay. Not gay sex. It's a
I need to just do a whole dungeon. Trip here, but
yes, it's a sex dungeon. They have one-on-one dungeon classes. It's pansexual. They have gay nights. They have lesbian nights. They cater to whoever's partying. But great place. We love you, Crucible. Crucible. It's a $40 membership for the year, and then you just pay a day pass for whenever you go, whenever events they have. But they had a fisting event there by what's that company called? Faust. Like it's like Fist Faust. It's like FF. Okay. I saw a bottom get fisted, and the amount of like eternal he got fisted to the point where he could not utter words. Yes. He was just like and just giving all these like this euphoric. His body was on a different plane. Yes. And I decided to start my fisting journey because I was like, I want that. Yes. I've never had that before. Yes. And I'm not gonna hold you. I'm scared. That I'm gonna try this. I don't bought all these toys.
And you're not gonna like it?
I'm not gonna like it.
Like, I spent too much money. I'm gonna put that fist in my ass. I'm gonna like it.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Yes.
Yes. Because the guy that we fisted before, it was such a love story. He was not a fister. He did not want to fist. He married a guy who was into fisting. Yeah. And he decided because his husband was so into it, he was going to do it. And he took it a year. Fisting is not something that you can try next week. It is a like dedicated, at minimum 8-month process. If you're aggressive, but it can take up to a year and a half, 2 years to be able to start taking fists comfortably. But he loved it. I'm just like, it's a lot of time to put in something that you might not like.
This conversation is actually prompting me to maybe be a fisting top. Because one thing, first of all, I know I'm wearing all red. It's because I like the color, not because of fisting. But I think one of my favorite things to do is to be the professional in the room, like the one that knows what they're doing to find other people's pleasure, especially in like situations that could be possibly dangerous, like fisting, right?
Yes.
You make the wrong move, you grab in somebody's heart, I don't know. But like, I would be the person that was trained to do it, right? The trusted person in the room to do it. So yeah, maybe I will look into that. That would bring me a lot of pleasure.
On your next trip here, if you come back, we can set it up. And I can help. I can find somebody for you to fist. Absolutely.
I got plenty.
He has plenty. He's an avid fisting top. I'm not as avid as him, but I do love fisting. It's at MAL as well. And it's great. Like when I tell you, it's so intimate to watch somebody just like orgasm off of your hand. And it's one thing to like have your cock in somebody. I love saying that word, cock. It's one thing to have your cock in somebody, but to like part of your whole like arm is in them, and you get to see this like euphoria on their face. Yeah. It definitely changed the game for me. Okay. Absolutely. All right, so we're going to get into our episode, all right? Today we're talking about darkroom, party etiquette, and chemsex, okay? So we're going to go with our first question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I love me a good darkroom. First, what's the best darkroom you've ever been to? State and party.
Oh, best darkroom? Best darkroom I have been in... You know what? I'm gonna name one from my home city. I mean, I'm from New York, but I live in Los Angeles, and I'm gonna say Aspinoff.
Okay.
Aspinoff's a party called Aspinoff, which is a party where folks of all identities, people of color, everybody, femme, mass, kind of get together, have a really fun dance party, and in the back, it's a warehouse party. There is a nice dark room. There's usually a couple of slings back there. Sometimes they make it a little maze. Sometimes they'll put it outside if it's hot, and put like cages up and all that stuff. And yeah, I think Aspinoff was my introduction into dark rooms, and it's still the one that I probably return to the most.
Okay. Yeah. What's your worst dark room?
Oh my God. I can't say the name of this party, but it's another party in LA that is, you know what? It's very close to Aspinoff. Okay. And it's almost the same party, but these party promoters hate dark rooms because the dark room is always a 5x5 box in somebody's closet.
Oh my God.
Everybody wants to be in there. So it just does not work. It does not work. But I would also say the worst dark rooms are small, too crowded, and too dark.
The worst dark room I've ever been to was at the Heretic in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm so sorry. It was fucking horrible. Okay. It continues to be horrible. Okay. Love them. Okay. Love that place. Okay. It's fun. But when I tell you that dark room is pitch fucking black.
I'm so sorry. I hate that dark room too.
You've been to that dark room for deviant events?
I've been to that dark room for deviant and for other circuit parties. And it is I do not
horrible.
Enjoy it. I'm sorry, Heretic. I hate to hate on anything Atlanta.
It is not the Heretic. It's just the dark room.
We love the Heretic. The club is great.
It's great.
Yeah, the outside
that dark room is like pitch fucking dark.
It's so dark.
And
it's
there's
too
no
small.
air.
There's no air. There's no windows.
In the summertime, they will open that giant window, but it's bad. And I remember...
And it's shoulder to shoulder.
Like, it is. You can't move in there, and people be grabbing. I remember I was in there one time. I am 5'10", okay? So my shoulder is probably like 5'5", maybe 5'4", right? My shoulder level. There's this tall ass motherfucker in there. And I remember he walked past me, right? And then he tapped me and he put his dick on my shoulder. He put his cork on my shoulder. And I remember doing this and I was like, if your dick is here, how fucking tall are you? His dick hit my shoulder. And I was just like, oh, hell no. And then his dick was covered in something. And it was dripping down my arm. I was so grossed out. I didn't know who he was, what was on his dick. I remember going to the bathroom and I was just like, what is this? I didn't know what it was. Whoa. Okay, so let's get to these questions. Wow. So we're going to talk about darkroom etiquette today. Yeah. So first question, what is darkroom etiquette and who usually gets left out of the conversation?
So darkroom etiquette is ways to behave in the darkroom that benefit everyone, right?
Yes.
That make people feel comfortable, that make people feel good. And I think who gets left out of the conversation is everyone because we don't have the conversation, right? There are so many sex parties happening everywhere, every single city, no matter where you're going, there's a sex party happening that night, I guarantee. However,
He's loaded in DC.
Everywhere, everywhere, like everywhere. Quick story: I went to the most random place, Minneapolis, once somewhere, and wasn't doing anything. Went to this club and was like, "Damn, where are like the parties and stuff?" I said, "I can't stand it out here. It was so cold." And then I see somebody with a puppy mask walk by me, and I said, "But it was Halloween." So I was like, "Oh, it must be Halloween." Okay, then I saw another puppy mask. I said,
Oh, they going somewhere.
"Where are they going?" So I was following them. And they went into this door with this red light under it. I'll never forget this. I opened the door and it was an orgy in there. I literally went to the bathroom. I said, God.
So you just walked in there.
I just walked into an orgy.
Oh.
I said, God, you love me. You fucking love me. Because you knew what I needed in this cold ass town.
Yes.
Yes.
You say that reminds me of the video that you did that God wants you to come.
Oh, yes. Yes, sex transmutation.
Yes.
Yes. God wants you, right before you come, God wants you to ask for the things that you want to ask for. Right as you're coming, start praying to God and be like, I want a mansion. I want a picket fence. I want a dog. I want a 6-figure salary. And then come and God will be like, oh, I'm hearing it.
Manifestation.
Manifestation. Because what I believe is you are the closest to heaven when you are coming. Is there a better feeling? Name it.
So y'all been asking for things on your knees. You need to do it while you're about to come.
Yes. On your knees with that cock in your mouth, about to come.
I'm dead.
Praise Jesus.
Okay, so who do unspoken rules in the dark room favor? Do unspoken rules in the dark room favor certain body types or masculinity?
Absolutely. So,
and how do we change this?
it's rough, right? Because dark room sex parties usually have flyers that have a specific body type on it, right? 100%. This man is going to be chiseled, he's going to be muscular, right? And often they say you have to have that body type to even enter the party, right? Which really excludes people.
That's one thing that I don't like about sniffies. And I get it because a lot of those parties are, at people's, households.
Yeah.
But they will only let a certain amount of people come in.
Yes.
It happens a lot.
And they rank you, right?
Yep.
Like if you don't look like this, if you're, depending on what party you're going to, if it's a more white party, right? The darker you are, the harder it might be to get into the party. No shade. Like that's what it's giving.
And
but
if they let you in, sometimes I'll be wondering why.
And that too, right? So,
yes.
What's the phrase I just learned? Like, desire does not equal value. Just because you desire me does not mean you're valuing me, right? So, I think what you're referring to is like if you are a black person and the white folks at the white sex party are begging you to come, they want your big black dick, and that is fetishization, and that is racism, and that is devaluing you. So,
absolutely
understand again that just because somebody wants you don't mean that they're valuing you. You got to check what's going on under it.
I've also orgies are hard for me. I'm not even gonna hold you. And not orgies, just dark rooms are a little hard for me.
Yeah.
I enjoy them, and I think it takes a certain mood being in a dark room, and I think it's very important that understanding you're not gonna find love in a dark room, right? Everyone is there for a reason, right?
But people try.
People do try,
Yes.
and y'all be looking for the wrong place sometimes. I'm not saying if it happens, it can happen. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying excluded. Don't think it's never gonna happen. But everyone's there for a reason, and I think I suffer with dark rooms sometimes because I'm big on kissing.
Yeah, same.
I'm really big on kissing. And so and a lot of times when I go to dark rooms, they just want to get to it. And that's totally okay. But I just be like, can we make out a little bit?
Ease me in before you ease me in. Yes. Yeah, I mean, on that note, so I know the topic's not really this today, but I'm also a side. I fuck a lot, but I am a side.
Love side play.
And I find that because I do want to go to the dark room, and literally, I will go to the dark room and make out all night. But who am I making out with? I'm literally making out with people that are already fucking. Because, and to me, this is how I've learned to navigate dark rooms and just a lot of sex as a side is to be the side. You are the side piece, baby. So you find two motherfuckers, they fucking, and they both look good to you. It's time to side up. They're busy. They're getting everything they want. Now get what you want. You can start kissing him. You can start nipple playing with him. You start playing with his butt. You can do everything. I mean, with consent, of course. But you can do all your side stuff with people that aren't normally sides because they're already fucking.
I never thought about it that
Let's just
way.
add somebody else.
Because every time I see somebody start side play, I always think that they're looking to enter the activities of fucking or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Yeah.
You could just be doing that because that's only what you want to do.
That's it.
Oh.
That's it. I love siding in dark rooms, and that's how I've learned to, like, how do I make out with people in here? Oh, I'll have to make it, like, the guy might be fucking, but in my mouth over here, like, and I'm kissing him, right? So, like, yeah, you find your way.
All right. One question. This is one important, and I'm glad. What are some examples of disrespect or microaggressions POCs experience in dark rooms?
Very good.
That don't get called out.
Very good.
Let's
So
get into it.
The biggest one for me is that when I enter a sex party or dark room, I'm usually on the wall first because I'm observing. I'm looking for the couple that I want to start fucking with. So I'm like, oh, they look good, and I will literally look at people, and then I will look at because usually you can't see them. And it's hard to, like, tell faces for me. So I'll look at their socks and see where their socks are. Okay. And, like, I'm like, okay, his socks up, like, high socks. Okay, green socks. Okay, striped socks. Okay, let's remember the socks. So I'll do that. Damn, I forgot what was the question?
What are examples of disrespect or microaggressions POCs experience in dark rooms?
Okay, so yes, I'm on the wall, right? So now I'm on the wall, and non-black folks or just non-POC folks will say I am standing here. There's a white person here and a white person here. If a white person comes by, he will literally grab my dick, right? No consent, no looking at me in the eye, just grab my dick, right? And sometimes just try to insert it inside of him.
Oh, wow.
With nothing, no conversation, nothing, right? They see that I'm black, they assume I'm a top, and they assume that I want to use my dick right now without any foreplay, without anything else. Now, as I mentioned, I'm a side. I'm not just gonna fuck you.
Absolutely.
That will never happen for me. My dick will not rise for that. You have to side play with me first before I fuck you. Yeah.
I'm definitely the same. I cannot just start fucking.
No, I have no desire in it. Nothing in it makes me want to do that.
And the dudes that I see that do that, like, I knew one guy here in DC, because his thing was to go to dark rooms and fuck as many people as possible. But he would shoot Trimax, which made it possible for him.
Yeah.
But, like, me, naturally, I cannot just fuck.
Yeah.
I need a little bit of sexual healing, something, a little motivation. Okay?
Butter me up a little bit.
How do you navigate consent in a space where silence is often assumed to be yes?
Yeah. Oh,
this is a good one.
Consent could be hard in dark rooms, right?
Yes.
Because sometimes it's loud. Sometimes you don't want to speak. Sometimes, even speaking ruins your discretion, so you don't want to really use words. And I think speaking is the best way to do it, but because that's not the culture, there's other things you can do. So I think eye contact is really important.
Absolutely.
Right? Just look at me, then touch me. What often happens to me as a top, I might be fucking someone. I mentioned this in one of my videos. I'm fucking someone, and guys will come up and put a finger in my butt, right? And I don't know who that is. I don't know who the fuck is back there. And what I found is when I turn around, and this has happened twice, and I can't even believe it. When I turn around, it'll be somebody I know.
Really?
It'll be someone I know that probably has wanted to do that to me forever and thought they was going to get away with it tonight. And I saw them. And I'm like, whoa, predator.
That happened to me at a hetero event. This guy wanted to blow me.
Yeah.
And I was having a conversation with somebody, and then there was a dick on my mouth.
Yeah.
Just automatically.
Yeah.
And people do not like to ask for consent
They don't.
in dark rooms. And I think, because sex is so accessible to us in so many different places, especially in dark rooms, like, you have to understand that this is still an interaction with somebody.
That's right.
You do not get to just live out your fantasies on
right.
your own. If you want to be on your own, stay at home and watch fucking Twitter with your fucking hand.
Yeah.
Okay? You come into these spaces with other people, you need to be mindful. They are still humans. They still have feelings, and they also still have their own desires as well. Right. But, like, I want to piggyback off what you said. Y'all have lost the ability to read body language.
Yeah.
That is a dying art. A lot of people just, when you're in a space where there's a dick out, you just think you can have it. I'm like, you can say so much with your eyes. Like said, so much with your eyes, so much with your body language that can be, and like, I know you guys, some people are like, well, what about verbal consent? If there's a feeling, you'll be able to see it. But if someone says no, they're going to say no when it comes up to it. But if someone's not pushing you away, and you're feeling a vibe, go for it. You're in that space. But it is very important. Like, I've been in dark rooms, And this is the other thing I do want to say. Y'all don't take, a lot of people will take things in the dark room personal.
Yes. You cannot take it personally. You are
Stop
literally in the dark. You
shit.
are a dick in the dark.
Y'all
Please.
gotta stop. Because if someone says no to you, then it's like, oh, well, they don't like me. And
Baby. Ain't nobody thinking about you. It's no shade.
Literally.
We're all just trying to get dick and ass in here.
like,
Ain't nobody thinking about you.
Ain't nobody thinking about you.
No, Bati. Like it happened to a friend of mine the other day, and I was just like, he was. So we had the orgy at our house, right? And the couple that was there that we fucked, I think the couple, because they watch my podcast, I want to make sure I think this is what I think, right? Great couple, enjoyed having sex with y'all. I think the husband wanted to fuck his husband first.
Okay,
Right?
that could be a thing.
Is a thing.
That could be a thing. Yeah,
because my friend approached them.
Yeah,
and he was like, no. And then afterwards, the husband fucked him. And once the husband got in him, I asked to fuck, and he said, absolutely. I fucked him until he nutted. Right. And then while he was in the sling, I looked at my friend. I'm like, do you want to turn? And, I looked at him. He said, oh, yeah, he can come. And my friend was so like perturbed from the fact that you said no to me earlier. Right. And it's not like he was like hoping to. He was just, it was like, oh, you said no then. And now it's yes now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think like as you like, and I tell him like, don't take it personally. Because he was trying to figure out like, why do you like me now versus a couple minutes ago you didn't like me then.
I mean, that can fuck you up, but you're right.
can.
And if you don't take it personal, it won't.
And that happens in the dark rooms a lot. Somebody, and I'm not going, a lot of y'all, you might just, it's a dark room. And sometimes if they don't find what they're looking for, they may come back to you.
Absolutely. No shade.
No
They will absolutely come right back around. Do another.
I've
done that. I've done that. You ain't the one right now, baby. But when all these people clear out and you the only one left, I might slide back over to you. You're not my type right now. But in an hour when I'm really horny, I might have to slide over to you.
And it's a dark room. Like we said, don't take nothing personal in here. Okay, y'all?
Especially after, like, let's say you wanted to go a while, right? Like you went in there to have some fun and the person you actually wanted to nut with left.
Yes.
And so you're like, hey, I want to get this nut out.
Yes.
And you were the guy.
Yeah.
Right? It isn't personal. It's just like, hey, I wanted to go. I've met a guy I wanted to fuck immediately, but I didn't want to nut then. So I was like, hey, I'm not interested. Hey, I still got a couple more.
Yeah, before I finish.
Before I'm ready to finish.
Right. People be taking it personal. Oh, you said no to me now. And and usually what I try to do when someone tells me no, I'm like, oh, okay. I smile, I nod, and I back up. I don't.
That's it.
I don't give them like the or the. I just like no problem.
No,
back up, and I don't take it personal.
And also, like, it's a sensory overload.
Yeah.
And so sometimes, like, people trying to get in headspace that they're trying to be in it. Like, I wanted to fuck this guy. I don't actually want to fuck everybody in here. And it requires me to be in this moment in my mind. So please don't touch me. Like, back away.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Back up.
But it has nothing to do with you personally. They're just trying to enjoy this moment.
Yeah. Everyone's going through different things. You can't take it personal.
Next question. How does racialized fantasies show up in dark rooms and where do they cross into fetishization?
So I would say I'm going to talk a little bit more about sex parties because there is one all black sex party that I go to in LA. It's not all black. The base of it, the foundation of it is very black, but they'll have open nights sometimes. And you'll find on those open nights, the non-POC folks will come, right? And
looking for big black dick.
They're looking for BBC. They are face down, ass up on the couch, right? They're not looking at you. They are literally there to be a hole, which is fine, but they're there for a specific type of dick, right? That we don't know if they value outside of the sexual situation.
Absolutely.
I don't know how you're going to treat me when I'm on the street. I know how you treat me in this room like I'm a king, right? But let's go across the street and see how you treat me then. So I don't know. So I would say that shows up, and that's kind of what I see showing up a lot.
That is, my journey into just being openly sexualized has very much changed, and how I view things. I feel like a veil has been uncovered of my eyes, and a lot of truth has been opened up to me. And I've been very skeptical sometimes when it comes to playing with some non-POC people because it's like that. The question is I was very sheltered in my beginning of my gay years, right? I grew up like most of my husbands, they were white, but they kept me in this shelter of like a bubble. of our community. They weren't shielding me from the world, but everything I was exposed to were people who were actually respectful.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I moved to Atlanta.
You got out the bubble.
I got out the bubble, and then I moved to DC, and it was like, okay, now white people want to call you niggas, and white people want to say all these shit to you. And I was like, well, the first 4 or 5 years of my gay,
weren't like this.
They weren't doing this.
Yeah.
And so I kept meeting so many black people just like, I don't like fucking with white people. And I'm just like, but they're not all bad. I was the person saying, they're not all bad. and then moving here, and I'm like, oh, it finally clicked for me. And I was just like, I understand now. This sucks.
That's unfortunate, yeah.
And I'm glad I got to experience that because it allowed me to connect with a different community, understand some of those struggles. And I do understand that, when I go into, like, when you're in a dark room, it is what it is. Whatever you choose to do in there is between you and the person and God. Okay. But outside of those spaces, I'm very skeptical sometimes. Yeah. I am. And it's like, it's not that, because there's some hot, attractive white men. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not against it, but I end up wondering, like, why do you want me?
Yeah.
And that question comes into mind a lot for me. It does.
And it sucks when you're literally trying to have sex or make a connection and you have to go through all of that extra stuff. Shit. Right. And sometimes it's easier to just not go through that and find someone that looks like me that I know hopefully is not going to have that mentality. Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. What question do I want to ask? All right, let's ask this last question about darkroom etiquette, and we'll go into chemsex. What does it mean to take up space in a dark room as a black, brown, or POC person?
You know what? I think I want to answer this in an interesting way. I think, I mean, just speaking about like being careful with I would just say like non-black folks, like as a whole, but also embracing non-black folks in your sex life.
Absolutely.
I think that would actually help us take up more space. Just as a black person that has a lot of black friends, a lot of my black friends ain't fucking with nothing if they ain't black. Yeah. And I get it, right? We have been through it.
Yeah.
I get it. However, black folks don't hold all the sexual secrets and everything, right? Like we can learn from other cultures that are respectful of us, right? So I think it's really powerful when a black person can go to a majority white sex party and stand there and be confident and, suss out the people that are there for him and that are fetishizing him and get rid of those people, but like really engage the people that like him. Yeah. I think that's really powerful too.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say this. The party that I host, right? And to the creator of this person, it's nothing against him. Like, he's a great person, and I know there's no racial hangups with him. Yeah. But some of the people who do come to those parties, a lot of them are primarily white. And I remember I told a friend of mine recently, I said, every time I host this oral play party, I usually go up to the black people that I see in there and I ask, are you okay? Yes. And I always watch out for them. Yeah. And I told somebody that, and they're like, why are you doing that? They're like, there's everybody else. I'm like, because a lot of times black people in these spaces do not feel safe. Yeah. And as the black person who is hosting this party, I want to make sure that the white people don't feel unsafe in these spaces. Yeah. They know they can do whatever they want.
They're fine.
Right? Yeah. And it's the black people who are in there who are seeing a place where there's probably, they are the minority and wondering, like, is it safe to be here? And every single party I've had, I greet them at the door, but then I go find them in the dark room. Yeah. I always go and I look for them, and I always check in with them. I'm like, are you okay? You good? Has anything happened to you while you're here? And they're like, no. And they say, thank you. Because I do want black people to feel, and POCs to feel confident in these spaces, right? And to understand that I deserve to be here. I'm not just a hole. I can treat you like a hole if I want to. I can explore or experience whatever I want to in these spaces. And as confident queer people, the same way how you pass that nigga walking down the street and you heads him up, do the same shit in the dark room.
That's literally what you're doing in the dark room.
Do the same shit in the dark room. I watch out for us in the dark room.
It is community. Yes.
I make sure that if I'm seeing another POC or a black person in the dark room, you are not just a hole to me. Yeah. You are another individual. Because they're not watching for you, the people who don't look at you. Right. I always just try and keep an eye out for that. And so watch your friends, watch the people who look like you. And I'm not saying you got to be checking from every mind, but just be aware of your surroundings. Yeah.
Absolutely. Be aware of your brothers and your sisters.
Absolutely. We out here. Okay. Now let's get into this chemsex. Okay. Why is chemsex so normalized in queer party spaces but rarely discussed honestly?
Okay, so
let's start with the definition of chemsex. Sure. Let's educate the people.
Sure. So chemsex is when it's a term that comes from Europe. You might hear it out here like PNP or other terms like that, party and play. But the way I describe chemsex is using any chemical to alter your sex life, right? Any chemical. So normally when we talk about chemsex, people are referring to crystal meth, right? Earlier I said I did chemsex last week. I was not smoking crystal meth.
Okay. And we would judge you if you were.
And if you are, that's well,
your thing.
It's your thing. We try to be real PC. It's your thing. But I was not doing that. I consider any chemical to be chemsex. That includes alcohol, right? All those drunken nights that you sucking them dicks, that's chemsex, baby.
Drunken,
right? Yeah. Poppers, that is chemsex, right?
Is.
Cocaine, all the things, right? Anytime you use a drug. So it is using a drug to alter your sex life.
So, so now the question: why is it normalized in queer parties but not rarely discussed honestly?
Sure. So I think it's not normalized because I think that folks think that chemsex is just crystal meth, and that is not normal to people. Our community has a lot of stigma and shame when it comes to folks using crystal meth, right? But I think the discussion that needs to be normalized is that y'all are having chemsex too.
Yes.
Right? It's a different drug. It's going to have different effects. Maybe the effects aren't going to be as harsh, but at the end of the day, y'all are all doing drugs. Yeah. Even if you're just drinking alcohol, that is drugs. So I think that's the conversation that we need to have. And I think that will help end some stigma around crystal meth users and possibly get them recovery if that's what they're looking for.
I think chemsex can be great. And I think one of the things, if you are going to engage, would you call it a kink or a fetish? I mean, well, I know the difference between kinks and fetish, but if it is your kink or if it is your fetish and you're doing this, I think it's important to just be aware, like we just said, of your surroundings, but also be in a place where if you're going to engage in this, you're not alone.
Yes, right. Yes. And so as I talk about this, like, please understand, I'm not just going into this. Like, there are so many precautions I'm taking. Out of all my friends, I'm drug mom. Like, I'm the one that we're going to the club. Somebody passes out, like, I got the Narcan. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's squirt it up your nose. Sit over here. Let's get him some water. Get him some water over here.
Right.
Thank you. Right. Okay, I'm going to go back to the dark room. I'll be here in 10 minutes. Right. Like,
I'll be back.
Mom. Yeah, I'll be back. I love.
Daddy gonna finish, okay?
I love taking care of people that have done too many drugs. I just love it. I love it because I think I have been there at one point, right? And I knew how that felt, and it's just nice to have someone that's there for you. So again, as I'm talking about this, please understand that there are 1,000,001 precautions that are being taken before, during, and after. Do not try this at home. And if you are going to try it, do a year of research. Yes, I said a year. Research it for a year.
Yeah. So the first time, I mean, well, I think the introduction a lot of people have is, like alcohol. But I think the first actual chemical that I took was G.
Okay.
And I did G, and I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
That same daddy in San Diego,
hey,
pediatrician, he had it, and he was very much like, that word. Oof. Trying to stop saying He very much liked doing drugs.
Okay.
But to the point where he knew what he could handle.
Yeah.
And so I trusted him. I felt safe with him. And he was just like, do you want to try this? And so I was like, I don't know what that is. And I was a little skeptical. And he explained it to me, like the actual, I think it's GHB.
Yeah, GHB or GBL.
He broke down the compound for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, also, you know what you're talking about.
Yes.
And then he weighed me on a scale.
Whoa.
Yes.
I love him.
And then he was just like, let's see how much your body can handle according to your weight.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh, okay. So he weighed me, and then he took a syringe out and like measured
it.
And then he put it in, he took the dosage and added it to water, mixed it up, and I swallowed it.
Okay.
And
do you remember the dosage that was good for your weight?
Girl, I don't remember.
Okay.
I just call him and ask him.
Yeah.
But we were around the same weight because he's a hefty, burly dude.
Yeah. I imagine it's 2 milliliters, but yeah.
Probably. Yeah. But it tasted horrible. I remember it tasted disgusting.
It tastes like metal.
But I do remember him and I having euphoric sex.
Very that.
It was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I remember like that song by SZA, Broken Clocks, came on. And I felt like the song was playing in slow motion.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I just remember just like, I felt like I was on like an HBO sex scene. Like everything was moving so slow. And I was just like, oh my
Euphoria, baby.
God, this is amazing.
Yeah. That's why they call it liquid ecstasy.
It was fucking amazing. And then I remember he's the only person I've ever done G with.
Okay.
And I remember going to I was dancing at a go-go dancing. I was go-go dancing. And one of the go-go dancers was like, do you want to do G? And I said, and get on a box and dance? I was
People
like, I said, the experience I had with G, I don't think I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
that's
that
not
on
this.
box.
Yeah.
I'm all yucky, yo. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's what you need to get through the night.
Yeah.
But I said, I don't want to do it. But I was very thankful for that experience with
great.
him.
He really did it
he
right.
really
Oh,
did.
drug mom. Drug mom. Drug dad. No, that's great. And so just a few things about G, just so folks know. You have to take, like, he weighed you for a reason. You have to take G in doses. Usually you'll see it in a little capsule like this. And there's like a couple lines. It'll say 1, 1.5, and 2, right? The top is going to be 2. If you've done G in the past, if you're a bigger guy, 2 will probably be okay for you. But most people, if you're just starting out, 1.5 or 1. Yeah. Right? Start with that, and you're going to take it with some water, and then you're not taking it again for like an hour and a half, right? And the way that people get messed up on G is that you'll be in the club, and people will put some G in a Gatorade bottle, right? And then they'll pass it around to all their friends, and everyone's drinking the G, right? First of all, never drink a Gatorade bottle that is not yours, because there might be G in it. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yes. Do not drink. Don't drink random Gatorade bottles, and you won't taste the G because the Gatorade will overpower the taste. Yes. So you won't taste it. What the problem is you don't know the dosage you're taking. People are just sipping it and passing it. You could be doing 3 milliliters and not know, right? Ooh. This is how people sip it, pass it, and then pass out. Now you're in a G hole on the floor, and you got to take you to the hospital, right? Because G is also the date rape drug,
yes,
right?
it is.
So like, let's be clear about what it really is. You cannot drink with it ever. Actually, I would say for most drugs, don't drink. Alcohol will ruin you.
I remember he told me that we did not drink any alcohol.
Yeah, no alcohol.
He did a little weed with his, but that was it.
Weed goes with most things, but I would absolutely not do alcohol, because then it actually does turn into the date rape drug. You can pass out, and who knows when you're gonna wake up. So yeah.
All right. How do drugs like poppers, G, Tina, E, or K change consent dynamics, especially for POCs?
Yes. I'll say okay. So for consent, so it's harder to give consent when you are high, right? It's harder to have discernment, to make decisions, especially making the healthy decisions that you might normally make. Yeah. So I would say, especially for POCs, right, we're already, possibly if you're in a white space, you're already thinking about all these other things. Now I have to think about consent too, right? Being high is not going to help you with that. Absolutely. It's only going to hurt you. So what you need to do is develop your consent plan before you get high. Yeah. Right? What am I going to say? What am I going to do? Right? How am I going to remember to say and do these things, right? Yes. So it's also good to maybe have a buddy, like if you're going to an orgy or a dark room and you're doing chemicals, have a little buddy to be like, hey, remember, get consent. Okay, I remember, right? Yeah. Have your little plan. Sometimes you can write it in your phone, right? Set an alarm. If you're doing G, you should probably be setting alarms anyways for your next dose. So set an alarm to that just says, are you okay? Are you giving consent?
Come on,
literally, yes.
Siri, you better do your work, girl.
Right. Am I taking the right precautions? Am I doing what I said I was going to do? Right? And it's not going to work every time, but that might help you once you're already high.
Can chemsex ever be intentional and healthy, or is it just a myth?
Yes, absolutely. So when I speak of chemsex, I am speaking about very intentional chemsex, right? Yes. I am not going to the club and doing a whole bunch of drugs and fucking around. I know exactly how many drugs I'm doing that night. I know who I'm doing it with. I know where I'm going to end up.
Absolutely.
I know where my water bottle is. I know where my Gatorade is that is not tainted with G. And
you're on open Gatorade bottle.
Yes, and I know where all the exits are, right? I literally, when I go into a dark room, is there exit? Because no shade. What if somebody comes up in here and tries to raid this place?
I think that's a black thing. Like
it
a
is
lot
a black thing.
Like,
okay, what going on?
Yes.
Yeah. So all those things.
It absolutely is, and I think everything in moderation, right? Like, you know, like I was just in the hospital for literally working out too much. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And anything that you do can always be bad if it's not done properly, if it's not done safely. And I do think, like, drugs are great. Okay.
They can be great.
They can be great. Yeah. Right. And I think it's the plan. I feel like and the only thing that, you know, when it comes to drugs is that, you know, people can develop addictions to them. Yes. But that's anything, right? Yes. You know, I'm addicted to working out. Yeah. But at the same time, it's the plan. Yeah. It's making sure that the plan is there, that you have a safety plan. And you know, if you're new to this, it is okay to have a friend like, hey, I want to do this tonight. Will you watch my back?
If you are new to this, you're not doing it without somebody you know.
You need to have somebody there.
You want to die tonight? You want to die? You got to make it that serious for people, because people do die. Fentanyl is laced in a whole bunch of things. If you don't know how to test your drugs, right? That's why I literally said take a
Oh, tell
year.
people how to do that.
Test your drugs. So you're going to get fentanyl strips, right? You can get them in probably any LGBT center or drug center for free.
I did not know that. Wow.
Probably. I know they have them for us in LA. I imagine a lot of other LGBT and queer spaces have them. So what you do is you have these fentanyl strips and you're going to, so like say it's Molly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Molly comes in a pill form. Right? Sometimes you can open that pill and the Molly will be inside. You take a little crystal out, put it in that water, swirl it around, put the fentanyl strip in there and see if it has any Molly. See if it has any fentanyl in it. If you have a Molly or ecstasy pill, right? So say you got like a Tesla or some kind of ecstasy pill. This is a powdered pill that's like a pressed pill that's together. Mm-hmm. You're going to take a knife and scrape all around the pill, all around it, and scrape that into the water, mix it up and test for fentanyl. The reason you need to scrape around the pill is because the fentanyl might be, I'm sorry, it's hard as hell. The fentanyl might be over here. It may not be over here. Oh. So you need to scrape the whole thing, and put that in the water and test it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. And just one more thing about intention. So chemsex is also be very intentional. Specific drugs are really good for it. So like Molly is really good. Like and being intentional. Maybe you have a partner that you want to enhance your sex life with. Maybe I want to have a 6 or 7 hour session, right? Yeah. You know, with breaks, right? Do a Molly together, just one-on-one in the house.
I've asked my husband, I'm like, we should do a gummy together.
Absolutely.
And get the fucking, ooh.
Absolutely. I think for chemsex, you definitely want to start with one person in the house. Yes. You know why? Because your bathroom's over there, the bed's right there, the phone's right there. You know where all your shit is.
911 can come get you.
Come get you.
Because 911 gonna have a problem trying to find you in the dark room, baby.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly. Exactly. So drugs like Molly with a partner, G with a partner, K with a partner, 2C, all those things are pretty good.
I did not have a great experience on ketamine. What? No, I did not.
K is my favorite.
Oh my God. I think so. It's a very emotional thing.
Yes. K can be very emotional.
When I took it, I was in a very bad place.
That's different. Okay.
And then the come down was horrible.
From K?
Yes. Because where I was emotionally, this was not this last year, it was the year before when my husband died. Okay. And I was going through like so much like emotional shit in my mind. And my friend like asked me if I wanted to do K. And I was just like, sure, I'll try it. Yeah. And we did it. And I remember I was like, this is why white people love circuit music. This sounds better on K. Yeah. I was like, because this don't sound good by it. So I was like, this sounds great now. Yeah. And then I remember dancing, having a great time. And then the come down was horrible.
Are you sure it was K?
It was ketamine.
You sniffed it?
Yes.
Huh. That sound like Molly.
He said, I remember he took it out of a little thing and, he said, and I was like, okay.
It was white?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And
no more questions.
I was just like, how it felt was great. Mm-hmm. I think the come down because of my emotional state
makes sense.
was horrible.
That makes sense.
And now it has a bad connotation in my mind.
Got it. Okay.
But I don't think it's a bad thing because like in the middle of it was fucking amazing. I was having a great time. But it was I think that's important too when it comes to chemsex is understanding where your emotional state is before you take things.
Absolutely. If you're sad,
because
you're
a lot of drugs
sad.
are going to amplify how you currently feel.
Absolutely.
So it not only having a safety plan for where you're at, but also understanding that your mental well-being can handle what you're about to take as well.
Yes, especially drugs like Molly, ecstasy, LSD, acid. If you are not in the best place of your life, do not use. It will amplify everything. But if you go into shrooms too, if you go into these are the psychedelics,
shit, baby.
The psychedelics. If you go into the psychedelics with happiness, right, you're gonna be really happy. You're gonna be so happy, and that's how you kind of want to feel, right?
Absolutely.
So being really careful around those emotions.
All right, last question: what truths about chemsex and dark rooms make people uncomfortable but need to be said?
What truths in dark rooms make people uncomfortable, but chemsex?
I can give you one for dark rooms.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people think that people go to dark rooms just to be fucking whores. Or they go there with this negative connotation that I'm just here for a nut. I think a dark room can be a great accessory to your sexual experience. It's not just a place to go be a cum dump. It can be an explorative place. It can be a place for you to try voyeurism, to learn different kinks, learn different fetishes that you may or may not be into. I think dark rooms can be a very educational educational experience. What I don't like is when people use dark rooms as the totality of their sexual experiences, and they lose the ability to be able to connect with other people intimately.
Yeah.
Dark rooms aren't intimate. They offer a fast, quick release.
Yeah.
And I think it's fun when it's done in balance.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you got to have your one-on-ones. You got to have your connections. You got to have, your own dark room at home that you set up with your 3 friends, right?
Yeah.
If you're always fucking the faceless and the dark lit, right? There is something to be said about that.
It will create a hole in you.
Yeah.
And you will literally use the dark room to fill that hole.
To fill that hole. It's never going to be filled. It's going to be gaping at that point.
Yeah. I need that on a t-shirt.
I would say, just bringing all the conversations together, I was actually talking about this on my feed earlier today. I would say when in dark rooms or at sex parties or at play parties in general, do your best to know with the person you're playing with what drugs they've done that day, or in that week, or kind of what they do. Because for those that like piss play, right, things like that.
You drink that piss. You are very correct.
Drink that piss, right?
Very correct.
And I heard this at it was a piss play tutorial thing that I went to a couple years ago. And I couldn't believe this. This guy said that he was once addicted to crystal meth, right? Once addicted. Got over his addiction, recovered, everything. Good to go, right? So got into piss play. Started drinking this guy's pee. He's getting high. He's like, whoa, I'm high. Whoa, what is this feeling? I remember this. My girl was re-addicted to crystal meth through drinking pee.
Jesus.
Right? He had to go through the process again. So, like, we need to know what these people are ingesting, what they're drinking, what they're eating before they're peeing in us, because they're peeing that right back into
Somebody
your mouth.
told me about that at MA. This past one, like, if you're going to do pee play, you need to ask if they've done any drugs.
It's
you are very
fascinating.
correct.
It's fascinating.
That's crazy. All right. So before we go, we like to ask for a hoe tip. We give us your best sex tip. Tell your camera angle to get these girls correct and ready. So that way, when they go into these places, these play spaces, they are informed.
Okay, a hoe tip. What's one? Can you go first? I got to think of mine.
A good hoe tip.
Yeah, I had one earlier.
Let me say, okay, so I recently got into piss play. If you are, and this is a common one, if you are into urophilia and you want to explore being the drinker from the tap, first, 100% make sure that the person that you are swallowing for is drinking water or beer. Those things are going to taste the best. They are not required to swallow. But I will say a good tip for learning how to swallow from the tap would be chugging water from a bottle. Right? So this is what I'm going to tell you. Get a water bottle, poke a little hole in it, right? And what I want you to do is to poke that hole in that water bottle with a closed water bottle, poke a hole in it, and you're going to put it in your mouth, you're going to squeeze, and you can practice chugging water from a stream. Does that make sense? Because usually when people think about drinking from the tap their first time, you don't realize that the urethra is pushing water out at such a high PSI. So if you want to train yourself not to be drooling from the mouth and looking like you a newbie, right? Because my first time I ain't let a drop miss, baby. Poke a hole in a water bottle and then use that pressure with your hands to squeeze the water into your throat and focus on being able to swallow it, right? And I would usually do like little pulses so that way you can get what it feels like, because it's not going to trickle out of a water bottle, it's coming at a force out the urethra. So using a water bottle to get used to the force of pee going down your throat so that way you don't spill.
Whoa, my mind has been blown too many times on this podcast. That's amazing.
I like sex, y'all, and I like helping y'all have good sex.
I have no desire for piss play, but I'm like, well, maybe I'll try that. That sounds, just because I just like exploring sex, even if I'm not initially into it, I'm like, I'm gonna try it to see if I can be into it, right? Like, let's see. I'm always trying to figure out.
You know who's
things.
good at doing those things that don't realize it is them frat boys that used to do the beer
Baby.
thing. When they chug the thing and
those are probably natural piss play.
They are,
like,
exactly.
They just don't know it,
Exactly.
but they are flagging yellow all day.
Absolutely.
Like. Yes. Okay. So mine would be, I think, little simples. This is for folks that hook up on apps, right? I tell everyone to develop their menu, right? You are a restaurant, and you need to know what is on the menu for you, because it's going to be so much easier to communicate your desires to other people if you know them, right? A lot of people don't really know what they like, or they can't name it, or they're afraid to name it, right? If I'm on a hookup app, I and a lot of people hate this, but I like the question, what are you into?
Yeah.
I have to ask that because
We gotta make sure we're compatible.
we have to make sure I'm a side, right? So like, I need very specific type of sex.
Yeah.
And I don't want to disappoint anybody, and I definitely don't want to be disappointed.
Absolutely.
Right? So I have a menu, right? I like this, 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 and this, and this, right? People ask me what I'm into. Copy paste from my notes. Here's my menu.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you like anything on the menu?
I love it all.
You like all of
baby.
this? Great.
Gobble,
What you want?
gobble.
And they're like, I want a number 1. I want a number 3. I would like a number 7. Okay, I'm writing down.
He is subcategorized.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. And I said, oh, you like number 7? Well, I have a secret menu for you. You like that? Well, how about these? You know what I'm saying?
You know, you'll have to we'll talk offline because I would love, since you're such a side hetero, I would love to like let you, because I've been talking to the guy who owns the app, and he's trying to get more people to get on the interface. And being a side, we'll have an off-screen conversation about this. But that is very true. A lot of people don't like have that conversation about what you're into.
Yeah.
I'm one of them girlies. I'm not gonna hold you. I have the dating profile. On each of the profiles that I have, it's a book, and y'all don't like to read. I'm not gonna hold you because I definitely.
What does it say? What is it on?
I have my BDSMtest.org.
That's good too.
I have it.
That's
on there,
really good.
and it tells you everything
that you need to know
that I flag and what I'm into. And
That's
then
a menu.
I definitely have like a lot of people. I've had people message me, "Your profile is very long. I'm not reading all that." And I'm like, well, then you weren't meant to play with me.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people ask me questions. They're like, what are you into? I'm like, well, if you read my profile,
it, it's right here, baby.
It's
right here.
I am an open book on my profile. And I get a lot of people don't want to read. But if you're not going to read my profile, don't ask me anything that was in my profile.
Exactly. It's not fair. I've already written this down.
I've given you, and this is what you say. You are a menu. It's very correct. And a lot of y'all like to go on the menu and act like y'all like it's a private tasting. Like I'm supposed to just automatically like you because of the fucking sign on the window. Bitch, I know shit about you.
That too. Can I say something on that really quick?
Go ahead.
As a side, right? The people that hit me up, besides, but like no picture, no this, they be like, oh, I'm a side too. Well, I'm supposed to be like, oh, well, let me come over. Like, I don't get that. Like, what the fuck do you look like? And even if they have your picture, I still have to be attracted to you. Like, I don't think all tops are like any bottom, and I don't think all bottoms are like any top enter me. That's not fair. We still have to have compatibility.
You know, we should make that a new segment, like gay pet peeves.
Yeah.
Because one of mine is when I get star hole pictures on Sniffies. I can't stand that shit.
Star holes?
Starfish pictures. When they just send me the butthole.
Oh, okay, yes.
Like the ass ain't even in there. It's just
a
the
butthole.
I'm like,
this looks like everyone else's butthole.
like, I cannot stand starfish photos.
Yeah. I need to see a cheek.
Hate them.
Because buttholes, they are all different, but they look pretty similar. They're like snowflakes, right? They're all different, but they look like a snowflake.
I'm gonna do that for the next couple episodes. Your gay pet peeve. That is definitely one of mine. All right, thank you. Tell people where they can find you on Instagram or social media or wherever you want them to find you at.
First and foremost, thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for being here.
This was a great conversation. I am having more conversations on my podcast called Butch Queen After Dark, which comes out every Saturday.
We'll definitely link that.
Please, thank you. Please look for it on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all of that. You can find me everywhere. I'm on every single social media platform ever except OnlyFans. Yet. I've got to talk to my husband about that. So you can find me at David Brandyn, DavidBrandyn. It's a little different. And keep fucking and learning shit and watching this show and getting better at your sex.
Thank you. I really appreciate you being here. You don't like this is a star fandom moment for me. It really is for you being here. I really appreciate it. This has been a great conversation. And we thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Frequency. Stay kinky, stay sexy, and stay unapologetic for everything that you're into. We appreciate you guys for watching us, and we will see you next Monday. Bye guys.
Peace.